Hey guys, it's Alan, the Fireman 1028, and today I'm back with our 2026 CF Moto Ibex 450, and today we're installing some real handguards. Now, we already broke the first handguard right here. Didn't even crash the bike, it was just sitting in the grass, it had just rained, and the side stand sunk in, bike fell over, snapped the handguard, and it broke the lever, the clutch lever there. So again, I know Dork in the Road had mentioned before that these things were useless, and as you can tell, they really are. So, like I said, we're going to install, and we've already done it, and this is probably the easiest set of handguards I have ever installed. So, super simple, process here. So just follow along with us. If you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. Excuse me. All right, guys. So we're going to start off on the left side of the bike, or the clutch side. As you can see, CF Moto kind of already did our job for us because we dropped the bike in soft dirt. The kickstand sunk in and the bike fell over, broke the clutch handle, and it also snapped the wind deflectors. I don't even call them crash guards. So, well, go ahead and pull this piece out here, and like I said, now it's giving us a shorty lever. Now, what's cool about the T-Rex Racing handguards, especially for these models, it's so simple. So what you have is I already kind of pre-assembled this. It's just kind of compression, a little bit of compression that holds it together. Let's take this apart. So you've got this piece here, which goes in there, and it's a real snug fit as it is. You got a bolt that runs through there, so let's put it together. You see how it's notched out, like that. Then we install this rubber washer. Then we install the nut on the end. Now, it doesn't say anything in there about how tight to put it, so we're just going to put it in there just a little snug, and then we're going to take it, and it's a snug fit, and we're going to fit it inside the handle like that. Now, I assume with it in place, once you tighten it down, that it'll expand the rubber washer inside there and hold that nice and tight. Now, our second step is we're going to put the left side inner bracket on, which is super simple. Everything's already pre-installed. There's a straight one, and then there's a curved one. The straight one's going to go on the left-hand side. I've already got it disassembled. That's going to fit in right there. It's going to go in like that, like that. And like that. Now, T-Rex doesn't make their own covers, but they use Barkbuster covers. They were out of, they didn't have any of them in stock, so I went to Revzilla and bought the actual plastic covers. Then next, what we'll do is we'll take our smaller panhead bolt, which fits in flush right there. We'll feed that through. Then we'll come up, attach it in right there. I mean, again, like I said, their handguards could not be any easier to put together, specifically for these models. And as you can see, the bolt holes here are the same design as the Barkbuster. And once we got that lined up where we want it, we'll tighten that bolt down, which is another 4mm. And let's see. Yeah, you can feel it. As you tighten it, it's expanding that rubber washer inside there to make everything nice and tight. Then we'll take our 5mm, tighten these down here, and that's it. The actual handguard itself is installed. Let's go to the other side. All right, now this one you'll be able to see from start to finish. So this is a 6mm bolt here. The stock, and you see how flimsy the stock handguards are. Now, they just loop around the mirror, so we'll have to take this mirror base off right here. Again, 6mm. Not too tight. And it's a whole assembly inside here that comes out. I'll show you that. It's this whole assembly, a piece didn't come out. I'll have to go back in there for that. It's a nice weighted bar end. That piece as well. See that? Interesting, that bolt's already covered in rust. Now we'll take a 14 millimeter and take off the mirror like that. Break that guy loose. I do like their mirrors, that they fold in. And I already knocked one caca when I dropped the bike, or when the bike fell over. I didn't drop it, the bike fell over. And again, that stock one, that's it. It's just held on like that, right over top of the screw hole. So that guy, we're done with that guy. Put our mirror back on. All right, so here's the second one. We'll show you that. Again, like I said, it's a bolt, it's a nut, the outer piece, and then the rubber washer. So we'll take our handguard, fit it in there, run the bolt through, run the rubber washer through, put the nut on. That couldn't be any easier. It really couldn't. Holy crap. That could not be any easier to have some good looking handguards. And then take it, and it should sit out where it sits out. Aha, yep, just like I thought. So T-Rex, in their thinking, they machined this little lip right there so it fits right up against the outer part of the housing, so you do not get any binding on your throttle, which is so important. Good job, T-Rex Racing. All right, so our next step is we're going to take our right side bracket, and as you can see, it's already pre-assembled. We're going to take these outer bolts off. That's a 5 millimeter. And we're going to fit it in place. Kind of line it up, see, it's going to go, aha, you see that? So what they did, and maybe this is a better view over here, how it's designed to go over top of your brake reservoir. So it goes behind on the bar, goes over top of your reservoir, and then attaches like that. That's some good thinking right there. Get our 4 millimeter tightened up. Like that. And then once we're happy with how everything lines up, we'll tighten down our 5. Then we'll go for our 4 here on the end. We'll tighten up our 4 millimeter here on the end. And you can feel it grabbing that rubber washer. And just look at that. That's awesome. All right, then we got our white Bark Buster covers, which the white with the black lettering, which matches our CF Moto lettering there on the bike. I think it's gonna look pretty good. All right, so we're gonna assemble our Bark Buster covers, which are pretty simple. Like I said, you got the outer cover, and then you have these deflectors right here. So what we'll do is we'll take that, get that guy lined up. And so the covers, like I said, you got some short screws and a little bit longer screws. So these screws go in like that. And it's just little, all these are just like little extensions, little deflector extensions. And then the handguards go on the bike like that. Get our screw holes lined up. Dude, that looks so good. All right, now at this point, once you get the handguards on, you need to use the bolts that come with the Bark Buster kit. The ones that come with the, the ones that come, all right, when you get to this point here, you need to use the bolts that come with the T-Rex handguard kit. The ones that come with the Bark Busters are not long enough, and they're the wrong kind to fit in there. So what you'll do, there's 4 of them, and these are, I don't know, looks like a little 3 millimeters. But you'll take the bolts that come with the T-Rex kit, and those are what you'll use. So do not use the ones that come with the bark busters. Use the ones that come in the T-Rex kit. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for our installation of our T-Rex Racing handguards and barkbuster wind deflectors on our 2026 CF Moto Ibex 450. Again, the stock ones are about as flimsy as they could be, so we couldn't count on these for anything. Look at that, just broke the damn thing in half. So can't count on these for anything. We have some good metal handguards now that look good, that are going to perform well, and last a long time. So if you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, roll tide, and remember, tomorrow needs you. Thanks, guys.